Testing one, two, three. Testing one, two, three. I think my mic is good, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump on into the stream topic this morning. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Happy Sunday to all of our followers, viewers, and supporters out there. If I sound not as excited and jumpy and as what's the word? I'm telling y'all, it's still early, but I couldn't. Y'all hear my voice? It ain't even all the way right yet, but yeah, it was important to me that we come back and do an update when it comes to my reaction to the Eligio Bishop. Uh, just his whole story right now. Y'all know what I mean? But if you are a follower, listener, and supporter, you're already a subscriber. We see you, we appreciate you, and we thank you for your support. Um, Welcome to the Crown Publishing Content YouTube channel family where publishing and marketing content finally meet. I am host, Arthur, podcaster, Miss Tetta Sherry Whitney, and this is the hub for book, business, and just, research lovers for sure. I mean, now I might sound a little different than what you're used to because I just come here and give my reactions on everyday events across the globe that affect us all directly, indirectly, somehow, sometimes. So I just be believing that everybody voice matter. You know what I'm saying? All, and then we like to come here and discuss. Anybody can say what went wrong, what we should have used. I like to look at it in present day time. What's going on around us in present day time? What can we do? Especially if it's when we look at stories like these or whatever, right? Like, what can we do? I don't want to even just say it's for women. That's why this topic is still and this discussion here about Mr. Bishop is, it's a great one for learning, and it's so many aspects to be looked at, like so many different directions to look at this from, in my opinion. So y'all stay tuned because I'm just gonna give my little reaction because it's already um fans and supporters of this guy who agree that maybe this penalty, this prosecution here was a little bit too harsh. What is y'all's opinions? I know y'all got them, and we all been talking about it. And if you ain't been talking about it, we think it, right? Because we see these updates on these stories and reports and stuff. So yeah, for sure. So boom, you know, aka Nature Boy. Um, what I did, even personally, you know what I'm saying? I had to make sure I go back and not just research the trial and everything, but like more look at interviews that had already been done with some of his followers, not only at the time when they was following him, but now. Cause like when you look at it like that, um, to me it's crazy for a person to stand there and say, I didn't emotionally or mentally abuse somebody, but people can clearly see, like me. Like I don't know none of his followers, but you look at their interviews when they were actually, all together and following him, and then look at their interviews now. And I'm not even being funny. This is my reaction though. Y'all know I had to come back with it. Why are his supporters feeling that this was just simply too harsh of a punishment? Now, even me looking at it from a realistic stand, in the state of Georgia, I'm not from there, okay? But any one of us can go like research max and minimum penalties for any crime. I just thought I would come give my reaction or whatever because different podcasters say different things. To me, it's not so much like, of course, the topic is about Eligio Bishop, but let's look at the facts here for anybody, okay? We talking about a bold man who was bold in his stance and bold in his beliefs and bold in his truth. And I said his truth because sometimes that's one thing I've always said about life. Like we all got a truth. This actually helped on my journey of awakening as well. Like it's crazy to me. Why is it a billion people on the globe, maybe more, and we all got a truth? And people been preaching, well, stand on your truth. And it's like that's like a billion different truths. And it make you question at the end of the day, what is the truth? TAG. I could ask, what is a truth? We all know that. That's that truth that everybody believes is theirs. Hit that like button if you support my content or whatever. Y'all, we've been seeing the views or whatever, but just reminding everybody, please make sure you're hitting that like button or whatever when y'all come through. And even if you check out our streams when you can't catch me live, when y'all do come in and listen, hit the like button. You ain't gotta comment and show your presence or nothing like that. But we are shouting out our new subscribers and we thank you for your support. But yeah, y'all, that's just how I feel about it. Going into this topic, like everybody got a truth. That's why each and every one of his victims, even all of them, got something different to say. You got some of them really went as far as to testify about, because that's a part of the justice system job to make you feel, in my opinion, quote unquote safe to go there. I mean, once it gets this far, and just from what I saw, he had some followers that just cult members. They were willing to testify or whatever, and then some of them they weren't. They weren't. This is my opinion. They're more on the side like no, because I got to mention that too for those that are new to updates to Nature Boy and what's going on with his case. What I was trying to say is it's crazy. Like they got 30 days to appeal this decision. Um, and they are actively his supporters, his members that are still like, no. I'm gonna tell y'all what they saying. They are saying this is a harsh punishment. They are saying this was a setup. No, that was their exact words. His fan base, his subscribers, and they are saying, you know what? This is just like y'all done went too hard. Back to what I was saying about the state of Georgia, though. Okay, now I think that's why I say he's just bold to me. Did I want to start with the false imprisonment charge? Yeah, that's not even the rape charges he had called or like. Oh my gosh! I think let me look at my notes here because one of them I think with the false imprisonment. No, no, let me not just say anything. I wrote it down because, like I said, I'm not from Georgia, but anybody can go look up max penalties. Like I don't understand why people are saying this is like too much of a prosecution. They just threw the book at them. What do y'all think? Like they're saying they just threw the book at this man. They had no mercy. Something like revenge porn. In Georgia, they don't take that lightly apparently. Imprisonment, false imprisonment, revenge porn, and the R word. I probably shouldn't have said it. I know we got to kind of filter things for YouTube, but yeah, like all of this, y'all, all of this. And I think false imprisonment is like for real, at least 10 years. But y'all get what I'm saying. You got to go look up charges before you holler, oh, so that 10 years y'all see, uh, that's just for, that's why you're going to see, you're going to read that his penalty was life without parole plus 10 years or something like that. Okay, I'm just trying to explain why y'all are reading it that way. Life without parole. Boom, boom, boom. So he's already, what I'm saying, making it well known to many people, what I'm saying, that he does plan to fight this case. I like to try to talk about things while it's in the midst of unfolding because from a mile away, I could think of it in my personal opinion, feel how I feel. But I could just kind of see that I think he's serious about probably fighting this case, and I wouldn't be surprised. Mm, I don't know, y'all. I wouldn't be surprised if he's able to turn this thing around and maybe get some less time. I'm not saying I agree with it. Maybe they'll deny the appeal. They just said they had 30 days to do such, okay? But I'm just saying, I wouldn't be surprised. This is my reaction. Anything I state on this live stream today, of course, it's just my opinions, comments, and views on the matter. Nobody has, we don't come here to offend anybody or, you know what I'm saying? Nothing like that. We have our own voice and thoughts over here at the Crown Publishing Content family. How that was my first question going into this discussion though. When I think about this, like, how can you say you hadn't, like, no, I didn't, I'm not the reason that lady is like this, or that man is like this. Like, for example, I heard one of the a part of the members that were in his little group that they are alleging it was a cult, and we're gonna talk about why he fit, eventually he was labeled a cult leader. You can't be running around here telling people to call yourself three God and throw up three God signs, and they're bowing and worshiping your feet and kissing your feet and being slapped at your will. And then play confused as to why you're more being not just labeled a cult leader, but imagine standing. I hate to go here. Imagine standing before people who judge master manipulators, all this stuff every day. Like, they probably been doing that for years. Something like a judge, because they mentioned how he kind of probably tried to make some type of sentimental reaction. Remark to the judge, something like, I forgive you, and I forgive you. They say he said it multiple times or something, and the judge wasn't trying to hear that. The judge was not trying to hear that at all. Just going back, uh, reflecting on what really all went down in this trial. But yeah, I heard like a part of the group members was a couple or whatever, right? Like, I ain't gonna even put names out there out of respect of the members and the victims. But like, imagine you're a couple, you're with somebody, y'all go join this group because y'all want to live and be more in touch with nature. Because initially, this is what just started his path and journey, kind of living on the road and being more around nature more, especially if you living out of something like a RV and all this, whatever he was going through. But he wanted to be more in touch with nature. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I think I said that on the last stream. Feel free to check out previously recorded streams as well, live streams on various topics. But I did cover one before where I asked the question, what will happen? What do y'all think will happen? See, he hadn't been charged yet like this when I recorded that stream. But I was just asking what we felt like would happen with the case on that one. But now that there's been an update as of March 1st, 2024, he was found guilty on all on all counts by Georgia jury. Okay. Once again, that R word, and then false imprisonment, revenge porn. They say this it was this one specific incident supposed to have went down where one of the members were trying to escape, and he just flat out like took advantage of them sexually. So originally you said you were in touch with nature, you just wanted to live a more holistic lifestyle and practice, your freedom of religion, your freedom of spirituality and things like this. But his operations have definitely got to the level of being questioned, and it probably wasn't always by the justice system or whatever, but first by the social media communities. Once again, we talked about this on the last stream. Uh, how it's a sign of the times. This is definitely trending for people to do, like bring their lives to social media. I mean, I don't know what type of message he was trying to send and share. They tried to plead to the judge and the jury though that look, we just, it was all an act, it was all entertainment for our followers, you know what I mean? We just was slapping people around because that's what the people like to see. The people didn't like seeing it, brother, because they would literally tell you in the comments section, hit that like button, hit that like button. Because to my remembrance, when they used to be on live, I used to see all them people commenting. They were not cool with that. If they were, it's probably because they just like him, or they're dealing with somebody like him, or they're like the women who let somebody do that type of stuff to them. So, anyways, time will tell. Only time will tell. 10 years for revenge porn. That's what it was. He got 10. That alone. Why people like, what is life without parole plus the 10 years? That alone is crazy. Something like revenge porn tear up somebody's reputation, their their ability to work in the future, because maybe a job don't want them, because they think there's something else, they think they're out there, they're into the porn business. Come on, man. Now, just because he didn't mind putting his nature boy life, you see, to me, it's different. If he'd have just been out there exploiting himself, no, you had to get a group of people to exploit themselves with you. This is the type of man we're talking about when we talk about Eligio Bishop. And yes, everybody's talking about it because this story here will probably be another one for the books, in the history books. You want your name to go down in history for positive things, though. Though in the beginning it looks like his mission was pretty positive. Um, it's very sad to see it all go down like this. It was sad to see those victims, though. So it is what it is. The judge ordered strict conditions with his charge. With his charge. On top of it, things like no contact with the victims. Period. You know what I'm saying? That would just be a whole violation. In other words, and he wants to see to it. This honorable judge, Mr. Hydrick. I don't know. Hold on, let me see something. I hope I said it right. Uh, they want to make sure that Mr. Bishop is not able to make any profit from the crimes at all. What do y'all think about that? Leave your opinions in the comments. Do y'all think that's fair? Because I think he got a book out there. He got a lot of content. We know about that already. You see? But I thought that was interesting. Like, man, the state of Georgia is really, really, really took their time to make this clear that they are not playing about these type of crimes. Okay, defense has 30 days to file motion for a new trial. We talked about that, and straight up, uh, even though on 2/22/24 during the trial, one woman testified, I quote, I felt powerless. Fans still think he was set up. Come on now, that's just one. That's just one testimony of what somebody felt like they was going through being a part of his group. Now, let me ask y'all something and leave your opinions in the comments. Could you see yourself, like, it's one thing to say, "Oh, we're just polygamists and we're living this way." Why they all gotta call you God? And personally, this is exactly why, I just say personally, I'm not with it. I'm not with, because a lot of the ones that do live this polygamy life in America anyway, let me put it like that. The men, it's because they gon' it's weird. Like, they feel like that for real. It make you question the motive of why they want to be in a house full of multiple mates. And we know with him, it wasn't just women. It's like they be looking for. That's why one mate ain't enough to begin with. I'm not saying that every polygamy practitioner is some type of god complex. It has this type of mentality. Probably not. But this is why he went as viral as he did when he was out here sharing this type of content. Because the trend of polygamy relationship has had an uptick in the U.S. In my opinion, in the past 10, 15 years. But everybody agrees he gave off more like pimp type vibes. Once again, you got them calling you three God. You got them chanting. You have them kissing your feet. These are all signs that you wanted to be worshipped as a God, sir. But you're confused as to why people call. So you're not. He wasn't prosecuted for being a cult leader. Your operations, though, his motives through his operations is what we're questioned and investigated and things, just so everybody's aware of, and this is just my reaction to it. I said, how dare people say they prosecuted him too hard? He had all the time in the world to do things better. Even if you see in the comments, people are saying, hey, your content is making us a little uncomfortable. You're slapping the women around. You're saying certain things about children. You're doing this and that. He had plenty of time for his members to love him so much. And maybe this shows something else too. I know they saw how people felt about his actions. Was anybody trying to tell him? Well, I read that somebody was. Once again, just keeping the names, I guess. I'm not going to call them out because some of these people are victims, but apparently he had a buddy or two. He had people that cared, trying to encourage him to set up an appointment with the Dr. Phil show. Leave y'all opinions in the comments. Have y'all ever heard that? I can find that information somewhere. I read it in an article earlier, but it's like they said they tried to convince him to go on Dr. Phil years ago, and it's just a question for the masses out there. Do y'all think even if he would have went on Dr. Phil and talked to Dr. Phil for a little while, he might have had a chance at turning his life around? Not to take the credit from Dr. Phil at all. I know Dr. Phil because I like shows that they turn around and they do updates on the people that they helped, right? Like Dr. Phil, he's one of those. He is one of those. He don't just bring people on the show and try to exploit them, in my opinion. I'm not talking about his character. I'm talking about his show. So y'all don't get it misconstrued. Like I'm talking about the services he's always like provided for people, but I feel like he always did like recap updates on people's stories. Um and it always made the TV the real. It always made the show a little more real to us. They'll be like, y'all remember that girl we interviewed last year? Yeah, look how she's doing. We gave her some therapy. We did this or that for the family. So I just thought that was interesting. It's just an example. I was wondering, like, all these people around him, they supposed to be your members. Um, y'all know he didn't hesitate for a second either. All this stuff was recorded. He never hesitated to because I think that is a part of power and control when it comes to these narcissists. Fear is a big part of it. You know what I'm saying? Instilling his fear in them. Maybe he not had so much of that type of content. You know what I'm saying, floating around. Because some people say they could see the fear on the members' faces. He would show them doing fun stuff sometimes, sitting around in groups or doing hair or doing teachings or they just having fun. They out on nature trips. Other times they were just in the house under his full blown willpower and control. And this is the time he told he would like to share this. It's crazy. He'll just tell somebody slap somebody and they would do it. Y'all, it's crazy. But yeah, prosecutors pushed for the max penalty, though the defense reference to some of the things he had went through in his younger life as adolescent and other things. He was already having like a troubled past with the with the system, going in and out the system at a young age and stuff like that. So that's understandable when it comes to it definitely shows in his past to me. it's worth reverencing. Like maybe at some point he realized he needed to do some work on himself, um, and that's where it led him. Just loving nature, wanting to do something for others, not just for himself. And that's crazy if we could just all come out with our own curriculum or teaching or our own religion and just teach people and they be with it. It's crazy. But yeah, I definitely encourage you guys, go check out, get to know the victims a little better. Go check out their stories, how they became a part of his journey and stuff, and how it started at the beginning to now, because you will see a lot, which they brought a lot of this information out, uh in the trial to begin with. But like his his following on YouTube might have looked something like 80,000 plus subscribers. Each of his videos would range anywhere between I was seeing 2 to 10,000 viewers. Okay, however y'all add that up when it comes to the income. Other than that, they was all just practically pulling money. They would pull money, put all their money together. Mostly it was all the members' money, of course. So I mean, that's crazy. But you don't like being called a cult or a cult leader. That's crazy. And then I heard that when it came to his IG, he didn't even what did it say? He didn't allow you to follow him unless you added the Christ to the end of your username. Hmm. Because some people are just saying that's straight up blasphemous, to call yourself a God, to reverence to Christ, but then turn around and reverence to nature. It's like, well, brother, which one, I don't know. I don't know. I think he just got lost along the way on his journey. He didn't have enough people to. Yeah, he did. They was all in the comments. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying around him though. Like somebody had to pull him to the side. No, he was just that arrogant. That's why a lot of people left. And when they did, he would try to do something to, instill fear. He'll scream all day, "Y'all can't leave," but why is it evidence that you was doing stuff to people when they did? So, what do y'all think will happen if he goes back and challenges, his charge and files for an appeal? Do y'all think they will even accept it? He got a right to it, but because life without parole is a pretty serious charge or whatever, I'm saying, how do you go from trying to teach holistic lifestyles and religious practices and enlightening your people to revenge porn, false imprisonment, and rape? You know what I'm saying? It's just unfortunate. So, anyways, y'all, I just wanted to give my reaction. But that is the update as of March 1st, 2024. He has been, charged this way. He got members still coming out saying no matter what, they're going to be down with the mission and the cause. My reaction to that, I just feel like they need therapy or something, because or maybe they're just still in a state of shock and got to process everything. It's still fresh, but maybe as time goes on, they will be able to really process the fact that they are free. They have their own free will back. He don't really run nothing. The judge even made sure, he's like, look, you can't have no contact with none of these people no more. So all they can do is really be followers and supporters from the outside, and it looks like that's what they're doing. So, anyways, y'all, this was the short, probably one of my shorter streams, but I do thank y'all for y'all support tuning in. Y'all know my voice ain't all the way back 100, but we will have more content coming back for you guys in the upcoming week on different various topics. Hit that like button to show your support. Definitely subscribe to stay tuned to future live stream events, so you can be notified when we do come on here. Um, uh, and different things that Crown Publishing Content might be doing on the channel. We want you to be a part of it in 2024. So make sure you hit that subscribe bell. And until next time.